as to what chakra is blocked. So when you're looking first to decipher what is going on in your life, the very first word I have to tell you is awareness, is becoming aware that you are more than your physical being. You are more than your experience. You are more than your crappy relationships and your terrible job. You are more than that because you have this energy field that is so subtle that we don't recognize it. But please take this awareness, go inward, start playing in that energy space, and your world is going to start shifting quickly. We align the inside, the outside starts taking shape. So when we look at our physical experience, you will get a clue to which chakra is blocked. So now you just need to know which chakras do what, right? So let's move on to what are the chakras? Energy. Chakras are wheels of energy, and as they're spinning, they are taking in other energy from other places and pushing it through your body. So that's why we can feel it. That's why our emotions are so physically felt, is because that subtle body, which is also your energy body, which is also your emotional body, we can physically feel the sensations because energy and has that movement, right? So keeping that in mind, we already talked about which ones they are, like naming them and where they are, and that they are wheels of energy. Now, the first three chakras are your root, your sacral, and your solar plexus. Now, these are these lower three here. These ones are rooted in the physical world. These are the ones that have the associations with the physical experience, the 3D world, the planet that you live on, your conscious awareness. The heart chakra is the bridge between the two sections. These upper, the throat, the third eye, and the crown, those are the chakras that are associated with the energy realm, the spirit world, and the heart chakra is the bridge between the two, which is why we focus so much of our time and attention on the heart chakra. There are so many great teaching tools and techniques and meditations to use to help open the heart, which then brings this balance between the physical world and the spiritual world. And I like to kind of just do this, is it like brings them together right at the heart chakra. So knowing that, and the heart is in between, now you understand why we need to build the bridge between the two. If you are living most of your life in the lower chakras, which we call the survival energy or the survival emotions, then you're understanding why your life is so upside down, because your mind is rooted in the physical world and you're experiencing the 3D world, the conscious world, and you're thinking, oh, well, this is all just fantastic, but there's got to be something more, right? And in that something more, that's when you broaden your awareness and you start living in your higher purpose and your higher self, and you start moving that energy to the upper chakras. Your life is going to get way better very quickly. And that's pretty exciting, isn't it? Okay. So now, how do you know, or how do the chakras become imbalanced? How do we attract this negative energy, or how do they get blocked, and what happens? Because you're not born that way. You are energy that is in this physical body. You are born in balance. You are in harmony. And your body and your energy becomes askew based on our environments and our experiences. So they also can be damaged through emotional upset, trauma, stress, conflict, or fear. We can continue to damage and to disassociate through those upper chakras and mess up our energy if we are not taking care of ourselves. Again, this is all heart chakra. This is where self-love and self-care come into place. If you begin right now today, begin to love yourself at a deeper level. Whatever it is about you that you want to change, focus on changing it till you can love yourself at that deeper level. That is everything that comes with the territory of moving the energy up into those upper chakras and creating that balance. Now, these disturbances can create physical problems like disease, pain, disharmony, emotional stress, depression, and anxiety. Dis-ease. You join my group coaching program, and you are going to be completely beside yourself at the end of it's either a 12 or 16 week program. At the end of the program, realizing like you are a completely different person, because the stuff that we teach in there is this energy work that is not being taught anywhere, not at this level, not at this simplicity. My whole foundation in which I teach is simple yet powerful techniques. And I have spent 25 years searching for those techniques, and I have found them, and I'm teaching them to you. So healing the chakras can become healed through we're going to talk about them here actually in the next video, because I want to shorten this one up, is we're going to be talking about 3 different categories in how you can bring balance to those chakras. And you can do that through physical practice like yoga and movement and exercise and diet. And you can do it through spiritual practice like meditation, engaging with essential oils, your meditation station, mala beads, candles, incense, chakra stones. That's your spiritual practice. And the energy, which is my favorite and which is the majority of my group coaching program and what I teach, and the real movement, if you want to really move the needle, is the energy work that is going inward, your visualization, setting intentions, working with your chakras, with your energy, and creating this outward experience by going inward first. Now, we did talk about the locations, but I think it's important for you to find them. So what we're going to do, I'm going to walk you through this quick exercise to locate your chakras. It's a lot of fun, and we do in the programs, we do a chakra assessment. So you have a coloring sheet, and I walk you through this guided meditation where you get to like look at your chakras, you get to see them, and then you color them at the end. You get to so now you have this physical copy of what your energy looks like. And it's quite amazing to do. And we do that on a regular basis because it's always good. It's just like your regular health. You brush your teeth every day, right? Because you want that longevity of taking care of your teeth in the long run. And you, with your chakras, it's no different. You go in, you look at them, you assess them, and then you use any one of these techniques that I'm going to tell you or talk to you about in the next video. Is how do you now balance those? Like, oh man, I didn't realize my throat chakra was so big. And so now I need to balance that because I can be dominating with my voice. I talk fast, I talk loud, I talk a lot. I mean, I'm a podcaster, I'm a content creator, I'm a teacher, I'm a trainer, right? And so when I look at my throat chakra, it just goes poof, and it's just this big, huge thing. Well, I need to bring that in because it affects my relationships. If I'm talking to my partner and she's telling me a story or something and I'm constantly interrupting her, the end result is she doesn't feel important. And so I need to work on that energy all the time to bring that in and use my podcast to do all the talking. So, okay, so where are the chakras? So what I want you to do now is let's find them. Let's take a moment to figure out where they are. Let's find them. Let's really get you, I want to say like intimate with the energy. This is really the baseline that I'm going to teach you is continuing to just go inward. You have an outside problem, don't go out there, go inward. Okay. So the very first one is your root chakra. You're sitting on it if you're sitting. And so you can, squeeze your sit bones and your butt bone or your butt muscles and just your glutes and just kind of pulsate that area. Don't get weird about it. Don't get weird. It is, but it's a way to wake up your root chakra. What I would recommend first before you do this part, now this is just kind of fun and casual so you can kind of see where you're at, but is to do the guided walkthrough and find that assessment and get that inward place and then find them at the physical level. That is really a nice way to connect with them. Okay, so you're sitting on it. The sacral chakra is just below your belly button. So I just like take my fingertips or my 2 fingers and I just push right there. Sorry if that was quiet behind a microphone. And so I just spend time finding them at the physical level and then just feeling into that space while I connect intuitively. So I'm connecting inward, even as I'm talking to you, like I can hardly even see what I'm doing because my whole visual is inside at my sacral chakra. And when I connect that way, because we are anchored in the physical world, right? And so we connect where I'm touching something like here's this pen. I'm touching this pen. My attention goes on this pen. When I'm touching this physical space in my body, my attention goes there. And that's what I want to do. I want to bring my attention to my sacral so then I can look at it. I can see it. I can see how big it is. I can do it right now. And I want you to do the same thing. Okay. And you just get an assessment, just get an idea, just a baseline of where your energy is. Then now move up about 2 inches above your belly button and below your sternum, and just feel into your solar plexus. And mine always feels really hot. I take a lot of action. I make lots of decisions as an entrepreneur, as a coach, as a speaker, right? And so mine is very big and very hot and moving very quickly. So you want to check the color, which should be a vibrant color. You want to check the size, and the size should be about the same size as the ones below it. I want to say like an average size, but it's funny because people are like, well, what does that actually mean? I said, you'll know when you look at it, you'll be like, wow, that's too big, or holy, that's too small, right? So you'll know. And then the other is the spin rate, is how fast it's spinning or how slow and what direction. All of that has to do with the overall health of the chakra. Okay. Moving up to the heart chakra, I just take both hands. I don't know if you guys can see me here. I just take both hands like this and just put them across my heart. And for whatever reason, this always makes me want to look up. But just feel comfortable and just act like you've done this before. So take that into consideration when you are doing this activity. And just breathe in. And doing this new heart-centered work that we've been doing in my group coaching, my heart feels a lot better than it used to. So, and that's good. So as I do this assessment with you, just breathe in and just feel your heart. Okay, it feels good. And again, looking at the color, the size, and the spin. Now, going up to the throat, I just take, again, 2 fingers, but immediately, because of what I'm doing, I enjoy content creating. I enjoy speaking with you. I love my podcast. So my throat is very, very big right now. And that should show up as like a light blue color, turquoise. And so then I just bring that in. I just focus on pulling my energy back. But again, as I'm in the middle of this, I don't want to pull it back too much, or I'm going to go inward and I'm going to stop talking. And then it becomes a boring video. I don't want it to be that. So anyway, I'm just going to with my intention, with my awareness, with my energy, I just bring my energy in, and I just kind of close that up a little bit. Not close it, but I just bring it into a balance it between the heart chakra size, like get those to be similar in balance, similar in size. The third eye, now this one's interesting. What you can do, and what I do to look at my third eye, is I close my eyes, but I point my eyes upward, as if I'm looking up at my eyebrows. And what you're doing is you're trying to look here to see what your eye is doing. Now, it can be doing a lot of different things. I have heard a lot of people having some eye, like their third eye is funky. So it's okay. Whatever yours is doing is right for you at this moment. If you have really tapped in and have high intuitive abilities, which we all do, but not all of us are aware of them. But if you have high intuitive abilities and you're like, I want to shut that down, it's too scary, creates a lot of anxiety when I go out in public, it makes me feel like I'm going crazy, then we just be subtle with it. And what we do is we just calm the eye down. So think of like your facial expressions, like the third eye could be like this and really like looking all over the place and really, like erratic. Or it can just be like this and it's just calm. Or for some of you, it's like this. And it's okay. Whatever yours is doing right now, it's okay. So just again, what we're doing is I'm just broadening your awareness. I'm just helping you to see what it is that your energy is doing. The last one is the crown chakra, which sits above the head. I have to shrink down so you can see me. It's just about 4 or 5 inches above the head. And that shows up in either a purple, a white, and for me, sometimes it's gold. It depends on what I'm doing. Sometimes it's like white with gold specks. Again, we're just looking at the color, the size, and the spin rate. With the third eye, there's not really any spin. I'm looking at the actual eye. To me, it shows up as a physical eye. You might not see anything. You might see a color. It might be a dot. It's okay. Post below. Let me know what you're seeing. I love to hear and communicate with you. If you're watching this video, give me some feedback. I love to hear, that my recordings aren't falling on deaf ears and nobody. But the third eye shows up, for me, it shows up as an eye. What it shows up for you is fine. We're just going to continue to broaden your awareness. But to me, it's about looking at the eye and seeing what the eye is doing. And then the crown chakra, to me, again, it shows up as this energy. So I'm going to end this video and I'll start with the next one. We're going to be doing how to move this energy around now. So thank you very much for joining me. I really hope that you got a lot out of this. I really hope that you're going to grow and continue to balance your energy and work on healing your chakras. It is going to completely change your life. I have went from terrible, unhealthy relationships to a beautiful, healthy relationship, a beautiful, supportive, loving, fun, exciting. I mean, the list is 3 miles long of this beautiful, wonderful relationship. We're coming up to celebrating our 12-year anniversary, and we are still like 2 kids in a candy store. I mean, it is an amazing relationship. We have 3 wonderful boys, and I just absolutely love my family. And I go back, 20 some years, and the relationship that I had back then, I can't even believe it. My business is growing. My finances are getting completely better. I grew up poor, and my health is better. And I just want you to have the same thing. And our clients are getting like these amazing job opportunities, amazing relationships. Their connections are getting deeper. Their bodies are healing. They are overcoming some of that emotional trauma that they've experienced in their life. And I want that same thing for you. And so I can't emphasize enough the importance of diving into this work. And I would love for you to check out my podcast. Again, the name is Life Mastery Decoded for women. Though I do have some men listening, it's fine with me. The information is fine, but I use, she and her and, as I talk through and say ladies, right? So, but the information is still the same and works the same. But you can listen to it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and just type in Life Mastery Decoded for Women. There are over 300 episodes in there. All of them are just my hard work, my efforts and my awareness and my learning and experience and wanting to share some of those powerful tools with you. There's also a group coaching program that I call Rise Up, and that we run it usually like every 3 months. And then it becomes closed enrollment. So if that's something you're interested in, please let me know. Send me an email, send me a Facebook message. You can friend me on Facebook. I'm Jen Mack, JenMac. You can follow my page, send me a friend request, and reach out, and I'll be happy to share that with you. That program it's a complete healing program. But it begins with you. So we start with healing your body. And then the next phase is healing your emotional body, your physical body. And it's really about bringing that awareness in so you can really start working with energy. Right after that, we start shifting our attention and awareness to the outside. As those things start shifting, our relationships get deeper, our connections get deeper. And then we start working towards creating the new life. And there's tools, there's powerful techniques in there. I can't emphasize enough. We do weekly calls, either weekly calls or bi-weekly calls. It depends on which program. And it's an amazing collaborative group of women who come together that really want to heal their bodies and really want to create a life worth living. So if that at all interests you to even just get more information about it, I encourage you to do that. And in the next video, we're going to start talking about how we're going to be bringing balance to those chakras. So now I'm going to talk about some of those tools and techniques so you can start balancing your chakra. I will see you in the next video.